Cash Flow Estimation 3. Details about the 4 categories. Let's look at each type of cash flow in detail. First is the net initial outlay. Let's think of subcategories of initial outlay. Buying a new machine is a good example of this type of activity. Thus, cash paid for new capital assets is one of the subcategories. When taking over an ongoing project, it often happens that you need to sell old equipment and receive cash. This kind of sale is usually accompanied by a tax payment. Are these all the subcategories in the initial outlay category? Remember, when starting a new project, you must prepare working capital. Working capital is a short-term asset to cover short-term debt. Even small businesses, such as a new coffee shop, must make many changes before it is ready for its first customer. All in all, the net initial outlay can be broken down into the following 4 categories. 1. Cash paid for new capital assets. 2. Increase in net working capital. 3. Cash received on sale of old equipment. 4. Tax paid or saved on the sale of old equipment. And the mathematical expression looks like this. Here, I stands for investment, W for working capital, S for sale, T for tax, and B stands for book value. You can easily understand the meaning of the first 3 items. The 4th item, however, is any tax effect of the sale. As the sale price minus the net book value is your profit, your tax rate times your profit is tax due. Second is net operating cash flow. After the initial investment, a project generates future cash inflows and outflows. Let delta R be the change in periodic revenue, and delta E be the change in periodic cash operating expense connected with undertaking the project in each period. The net operating cash flow can be expressed as delta R minus delta E minus the tax liability on this amount. The mathematical expressions look like these. Please look over each formula. Third is non-operating cash flow. There are various stages in a capital investment project. One example is the repair of equipment, such as machines or trucks. Future change in net working capital is another example. Expended non-operating cash flows are multiplied by 1 minus T to adjust for taxes. Fourth is net salvage value. The net salvage value is the after-tax net cash flow from terminating projects. Net salvage value can be broken down into the following 4 categories. 1. Cash received on the sales of old equipment. 2. Tax paid or saved on the sales of old equipment. 3. After-tax cleanup and removal expense. 4. Release of investment in working capital. The mathematical expression looks like this. Here, REX stands for cleanup and removal expenses. Now we have practiced the technique of estimating future cash flows. Knowing the required rate of return is a matter for the chapter on risk. Before the study of risk, let's assume some cash flow values and discount rates, and let's practice computing the present value and the net present value.